Thank you so much to the amazing voices from our Mthatha campus choir. You may all take your seats. My name is Yonela Dukwayo. I'm the Senior Director responsible for Marketing and Communication at Walter Sisulu University. I just want to recognize council members in absentia, some of whom I know are watching via the online streaming platform. Our Vice Chancellor, Dr. Thandi Mgwebi, our Deputy Vice Chancellors that are located on the other campuses hosting in that space, and the senior leadership of the university, Senate members, the leaders of organized labor, members of the Institutional Forum, the SRC leadership, the academic and support staff, including those watching at viewing sites and streaming from their offices, to the students of Walter Sisulu University, most of whom are seated here from this Nelson Mandela Drive site, to our parents that have managed to attend today, and also the esteemed stakeholders that are very close to the university, friends of the university, and supporters of the university, ladies and gentlemen. Before we start the program, I would like to make a few safety announcements. It is something that is mandatory that I alert you of. In case of an emergency, I would request that you all remain calm and wait for a signal from me. I will direct you with regard to the sort of emergency that we have and how you will then exit. We've got 3 exits from this great hall, one to right at the back to my right, and then we've got 2 to the left-hand side. Students are requested to use bathrooms that are located in the stairwell, the graduate stairwell. We've got bathrooms at the back for our staff members and our executives. And we also have wheelchair-friendly ablution facilities, and I request that those be used only by those who are on wheelchairs or have got limited mobility. And in case someone has got any health challenges and requires immediate medical attention, we have got our staff members from the clinic that are present here. We also have our health and safety officers. You can also call one of the ushers who will quickly and swiftly attend to you to make sure that you get that medical attention that you need, should you require it. And I request also that we limit the movement during the program, and it is not going to be a long program. So in the program, I think it has been flighted. There's very few items. We will have the registrar who will welcome us all here. We will have the introduction of the VC done by Professor Mpiti. Then we will have the VC delivering the opening address. And then we will close with Prof. Manoj, who's the Executive Dean, and he will give us the vote of thanks. So this is a new format for people that have been with the university for a while. The Vice Chancellor, she is new, and she came already with a wealth of additional ideas that can amplify what we do. So we usually would have this as a much smaller session, but now it has been opened up to all university staff members. We also have parents here because parents have also been invited to attend, as well as students and SRC. So this is a new format. We also have exhibition stalls along the back, and the students will have an opportunity to engage with the different services that are available within the university. I know that for many of the first years that are here, you've had a thorough orientation week, but we know that we also have continuing students here who may have forgotten some of the services that the university offers. So without wasting any more time, I am going to request the registrar to come up onto the podium and to deliver the welcome for us. Thank you.
Ngubani lo wenza izinto ezithethayo qiniseka uba iyakwazi. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. I will deregister you. Yes, remember, I am the one who communicated with you that the university has opened applications for 2026 academic year. I announced that last year on the 30th of May. And I'm the one who also made sure that you are fairly selected, evaluated, and admitted. And you cannot be silent if I greet you. Thank you very much. I understand that you are very, very new in our university. I greet you all, those who are in front of me in Umtata campus. I am aware that we also have a group of our first-year students, parents from other campuses, Komani campus, sitting, Butterworth campus, sitting as well, East London campus sitting as well. You are all welcome in those campuses, and I hope you must have enjoyed to walk throughout the campus spaces since Monday, seeing libraries, seeing our sporting facilities, seeing our learning facilities, also introducing each other to your friends, that you will be all together in classrooms. You are welcome with that fear and anxiety of not sure that really you are at WSU. I'm here to confirm and say you are indeed in Walter Sisulu University. And you are welcome to do exactly the programs that you are all admitted to do. I know that you are about 7,500 as newcomers to Walter Sisulu. Please enjoy the university, because it was your university of choice when you applied, and a university of your final decision where you study when you have to make that decision. There are so many activities in this university that will make you feel at home. One of the major activities is that of learning. You are here to learn. Make sure every day you are in classroom. I will police you to make sure that you are in classroom. Lucky for you, there's no one who will be after you, including your mother and everyone. You are a self-guided individual when you are in university. Don't disappoint those who supported you to be here, and make sure you honor the promises you shared with them before you join us. Welcome at WSU. I understand it very well. You have transitioned since Monday, but to transition in a university takes more than a week. It will take you at least 6 months to claim that you know WSU and university life. Please transition with care. Introduce yourself to your new friends and ask everyone how he's doing, so as you are being asked how you're doing every day. And the important contacts that you must keep, that I want to remind you, must have been told about. Your house parent, that is the house committee members where you stay. That's your first contact because that's where you first arrived. Make sure you keep those contacts. Next week on Monday, you will see for the first time your lecturers. Make sure you love them all. You will only have their emails. Maybe you will also have their contacts, office contact. Make good friendship with your academics. You must have met old students of Walter Sisulu, welcoming you before I welcome you today, and the Vice Chancellor welcome you. They were welcoming you in a true sense because those are your seniors. Please tell your seniors you are here to study, and they must coach you only for study purposes. I'm aware they must have told you to join clubs and some structures. Take time before you join those clubs and structures. A week, a month, even 6 months, there's no rush. And then you decide which society, which club that you should join. The word that you must keep first is that of your class teachers, your house parents, and your own classmates. My lively students, I know you are accompanied by your parents today. Hand over them to us now. They are in good hands. WS, we welcome them. We will hand over back to you after 3 years. I trust that this class of 2025 matriculants will pass on time. They will take 3 years. They will take 4 years. Not more than that. And all the best. WS, we welcome you.
Thank you to our university registrar, Dr. Ndonzima. I did indicate that the program is going to be very short. We're going to take Prof. Mpiti. She is the Deputy Executive Dean of the Faculty of Education. She is going to read the biography of the VC. Thereafter, the choir will perform a song, Yokuphakamisa Vice Chancellor Wetu, and then she will take the podium. May I request Prof. Mpiti to come forward.
Thank you, Program Director, Vice Chancellor of Walter Sisulu University, Executive Management, professors, staff, class of 2026, Bodan. It is a distinct honor to introduce a leader who embodies academic excellence and strategic vision, Dr. Thandi Mgwebi. Dr. Thandi Mgwebi is the Vice Chancellor and Principal of Walter Sisulu University, an accomplished science leader and higher education executive with more than 2 decades of experience shaping South Africa's research, innovation, and higher education landscape. A proud alumna of Walter Sisulu University, Dr. Mgwebi, thank you. Dr. Mgwebi completed her undergraduate and postgraduate studies at the institution and began her academic career here as a young lecturer and researcher. Her appointment as Vice Chancellor represents a deeply meaningful homecoming, a full circle journey from student and early career academic to national and global science leader, now entrusted with leading the university that led her foundation. She holds a PhD in Cell and Developmental Biology from the University of Cape Town and has completed advanced executive leadership training in higher education management and business sustainability in South Africa, Australia, and the United Kingdom. Before assuming office as the Vice Chancellor, Dr. Mgwebi served as the inaugural Group Executive for Business Advancement at the National Research Foundation at Deputy CEO level, where she provided strategic leadership across South Africa's national research and innovation system. In this role, she was instrumental in strengthening national and international partnerships and in securing and leading the presidential PhD program as a flagship national initiative. She previously served as Deputy Vice Chancellor responsible for research, innovation, internationalization, and an engagement at Nelson Mandela University and Tshwane University of Technology, and has held senior leadership positions at the University of the Western Cape, the South African Medical Research Council, and the Council for Scientific and Industrial Research, and the National Research Foundation. Dr. Mgwebi is internationally recognized for her contribution to building research capacity, advancing postgraduate education, strengthening science diplomacy, and positioning African science on the global stage. Her leadership and impact have been recognized through competitive grants, including national and international funding awards, and most recently, a Special Science Diplomacy Award at the Science Forum South Africa, recognizing her outstanding contribution to advancing global partnerships, science for policy, and Africa's voice in international science platforms. She has served on numerous and international councils, boards, ministerial tasks, including roles advising government on doctoral education, transformation of the academic workforce, research capacity development, and innovation policy. She is a frequent keynote speaker and panelist at high-level global forums, including United Nations science platforms, and remains an influential voice in shaping science, innovation, and higher education policy in South Africa, across the African continent, and globally. Last but not least, I can continue the whole day, but I have to hold my horses. As Vice Chancellor and Principal of Walter Sisulu University, Dr. Mgwebi brings a deeply personal commitment to student success, institutional renewal, and regional development. Her leadership is anchored in the values of access, dignity, excellence, and social justice, and guided by a clear vision to transform, modernize, and optimize the university as a globally engaged African institution, one that nurtures talent, advances impactful scholarship, and serves its communities with purposes and pride. Ladies and gentlemen, class of 2026, please help me with a clap free of praise for our Vice Chancellor.
Ityebile Isivika VC, indeed we understand why she is the Vice Chancellor. Can I request the choir to render an item, after which the VC will take the podium? A very interesting fact, as the choir sits down, they've only just started practicing, and it is a mix of continuing and first-year students. They sound beautiful for a group that has just formed. Thank you so much. At this point, I would like you all to give me the biggest round of applause to welcome the VC onto the podium to deliver the academic opening address for the academic year of 2026. A big round of applause.
Before I start speaking, I would like you to give yourselves a round of applause. And I want to start by saying thank you for being here. To the students of Walter Sisulu University and your elected SRC leadership, Chairperson of Council in absentia, and members of the Walter Sisulu University Council, members of Senate, leaders of organized labor, members of the Institutional Forum, executive management and senior leadership, academic and support staff, esteemed stakeholders, friends and supporters of Walter Sisulu University, ladies and gentlemen, greetings, and thank you for coming out to attend this opening. You may have noticed the break from the conventional protocol in the order of the persona I've just recognized. You will note that I opened with a recognition of our students. This is deliberate. It is an acknowledgement of the primary constituency in the mission that binds us all at Walter Sisulu University as a community, inclusive of our partners and collaborators. And it is to the students that the message of this university opening address is principally aimed, even as I am also speaking to the whole of the Walter Sisulu University community and stakeholders. I know that there are many more who are also watching this event from their laptops and mobile phones. I greet you too, and thank you for cutting into your valuable time to be with us at this event. It is a deep sense of humility, responsibility, and optimism that I stand before you today to formally open the 2026 academic year at our university. This occasion is always significant in the life of any university. It marks both a start as well as continuity. For new students we are welcoming to this institution, it marks the start of an important phase in the formation, in the preparation, and growth of an educated citizenry and professionals upon whose shoulders will rest the responsibility to ensure the future flourishing of our families, of our communities, of our nation, and broader global community. For returning students, it marks the continuation of the phase of becoming just mentioned. In the life quest you are here to fulfill as students of Walter Sisulu University and as young adults on a journey towards assuming the greatest responsibility that awaits you, I want to first register our appreciation for the trust that you all, your parents and your guardians, have placed in us to guide and support you through this important phase of your lives. We are humbled by the choice you all have made in continuing your education at Walter Sisulu University. We want to assure you of our commitment to carrying out the responsibility you've entrusted to us to the best of our capabilities. We are hoping that the years you spend at this university will be a phase in your lives that you will value and remember with fondness. The WSU leadership, academics, researchers, support staff, and associates are all vested in ensuring that you will leave this university with academic and professional credentials, as well as experiences that will add value to your livelihoods and professional futures. I want to go on to mention a few important matters for you to take note of. The first one is readiness to commence the academic program. I am pleased to confirm that registration for the 2026 academic year was successfully concluded on 31st January, and that we have met all approved enrollment quotas across our campuses and faculties. This achievement reflects meticulous planning and collaborative work by and between the executive management team of the university, the team in the registry division of the institution, the leadership of faculties, the student support division, and other associated units of this university, all united by a commitment to ensuring that the academic year begins on a firm footing. The successful conclusion of registration process also reflects the constructive engagement we have experienced in interactions with the student leadership. We have also had successful runs of orientation programs across our faculties, with executive deans leading these exercises with support from their faculty teams and colleagues from relevant units. Out of all the tireless efforts of many members of staff, therefore, we have ensured that students are registered, systems are functional, and learning as well as living spaces are prepared. We have Walter Sisulu University officially ready to commence the academic program next week. I wish to express my sincere appreciation to every staff member who has contributed to this pre-opening project. Your dedication matters, and it is seen. The second point I want to touch on is on the privilege and responsibility of access. When I addressed our first-year students during orientation, I shared a noteworthy statistic, one that warrants repeating today, particularly for the benefit of our staff and the community. In the 2026 academic cycle, Walter Sisulu University received hundreds of thousands of applications from prospective students across South Africa, just over 500 million people wanting to study at this institution. This placed our institution amongst the universities that received the highest number of applications in the country. This overwhelming demand is a clear affirmation of the relevance, of the credibility, of the appeal, and growing stature of Walter Sisulu University. Yet, despite this extraordinary interest, we could only admit 7,400 first-year students. This reality must shape how we understand responsibility and our responsibility as a university. Every student admitted here is not merely enrolled, they are selected. They carry with them the hopes of families, of communities, and a nation in need of skills, of knowledge, and most importantly, of leadership. For our students, both continuing and first years, this is a privilege, and in no small measure through your effort, but a privilege still. For our staff, this is a responsibility. The overwhelming interest in registering and studying at Walter Sisulu University, shown in the numbers I have just cited, however, points to another fact that should give us cause for concern: the high and unmet demand for higher education in our society. Due to the limited absorptive capacity of universities and other institutions in the post-secondary education and training sector. Against this reality, our council has thrown a challenge at us, and I'm going to paraphrase their challenge in the following quote, opening quote: "Dig deep into your creative reservoirs and craft a model for a university of the future, one that is in step with the technological epoch we are in and its projected future. We want to see Walter Sisulu University expanding its reach and offerings to avail quality education at a massified scale that addresses the challenges of access. We want to see the university's programs mediated through an appropriately configured hybrid teaching and learning system, resting on an enabling as well as cost-effective digital platform," close quote. This challenge is multidimensional in its implication. It speaks to curricular innovation, to the reimagination of how we configure and use spaces at the university, how we appropriate and apply enabling technology, how we inform and enrich innovation through practical applications, how we reorientate and develop our academic research and support staff, and how we all manifest this mindful of the context we exist within and predominantly serve as a university. It is a challenge. However, we are determined to rise to it. In this regard, we will, among other motivating factors, be building a legacy of Walter Sisulu University being a trailblazer of international renown in the health sciences. Just 2 days ago, we were in Lusikisiki to launch the Rural Clinical School, yet another feature or feather in the cap for a university that continues to innovate in how higher education can creatively address the developmental needs of healthcare and clinical services in rural communities. And so, we are committed to rising to the challenge thrown by the Council of the University, especially against the assurance of their support in all our endeavors as the leadership and staff of Walter Sisulu University. The third point I want to talk about is what I always say is clarity of purpose. Doing the best we can for our students. A word to all my colleagues of Walter Sisulu University. While you may have had this said many times before, it needs re-emphasizing, like one would repeat a mantra in meditation or in prayer. Teaching and learning, as well as research and innovation activity in institutions of higher learning do not occur in isolation. They are enabled by physical infrastructure, by systems, by services, by attitudes and environments. When any part of this ecosystem fails, students suffer. And when students suffer, the institution fails its mandate. Student success is therefore not the sole responsibility of academics. All members of the Walter Sisulu University staff community need to be alive to and effectively carry out their assigned and delegated roles in the shared responsibility of ensuring that our students are well served. Perhaps let me be clearer. Every person employed by Walter Sisulu University is beholden to ensure a quality experience of students from the moment they commit to be students at this university to the point of their exiting the institution as graduates. So, be you an academic or an administrator, a junior staff member or an executive, a security guard or a cleaner, in a lecture hall, an office, a laboratory, a residence, or a service unit, your work is about ensuring and supporting student success, the quality of their university experience, and their ultimate successful graduation. Your service to them should be of a level of quality and care that should hopefully establish them for their overall well-being and futures beyond their stay at our university. So, as staff, let us all keep our professionalism too and maintain it at a high standard. And this is not merely about technical capability or one's knowledge about one's field of scholarly interest, important as this is. It is also about ensuring that students are treated with dignity, clarity, empathy, and fairness as they navigate complex systems within the university. It is also about how we as staff also treat each other and hold each other accountable for our various assigned tasks and responsibilities. Colleagues, let us always be mindful that a simple act of kindness can determine whether a student persists or drops out, and the latter must not be allowed to happen. Having said that, I must also hasten to add here that kindness, care, and respect is nurtured and sustained by reciprocation. In other words, students must in turn treat staff and one another with respect, with humility and courtesy. Mutual respect is the foundation of a functional academic community, or any community for that matter. There should therefore be no tolerance for arrogance, for abuse, for intimidation, or disregard at Walter Sisulu University, whether from staff or students. We must live our values. Our values are not decorative statements in our Vision 2030 strategic plan. They are behavioral commitments that define who we are. Honesty and integrity, that's the first value. Integrity builds trust in our qualifications, in our research, our leadership, and our relationships. I'm talking about all kinds of relationships. It requires that we do the right thing, even when no one is watching. The second value is quality and excellence. Excellence is not perfection. It is a relentless effort and commitment to improvement. It is refusing to accept mediocrity as normal. The third one is respect and Ubuntu. Ubuntu reminds us that we are because of others. We are because of others. Respect is not optional. It is essential. It shapes how we speak, how we listen, how we disagree, and collaborate. When these values are lived, not merely spoken, they create an environment where students thrive, staff flourish, and the institution succeeds. The fourth point I want to talk about now is a past that we can be proud of and a future that will pay homage to our predecessors. I want to next move on to talk a little about the future of Walter Sisulu University and how I intend to use my time, energy, and capabilities to lead the university towards this future. But first, let me take a brief reflection on the past and legacy that we stand on. Walter Sisulu University is an institutional amalgam that is essentially 4 decades old. It began as the University of Transkei during the Bantustan era and subsequently transfigured into the Walter Sisulu University 20 years ago when it merged with the 2 technical institutions. Now, 40 years may sound like a long time, but in the greater scheme of things, it is really not that long. And yet, this institution has registered an indelible mark in the fortunes of the Eastern Cape and the life of our nation. A couple of examples. As I indicated that only a few days ago, we attended that high-profile function in Lusikisiki to launch the Rural Clinical School, a partnership initiative that builds on the impeccable legacy WSU has established in medicine and health sciences, the first of its kind of this nation, and is an innovation that is set to revolutionize how healthcare is extended to and accessed by rural communities, while broadening the training, exposure, and horizons of doctors and other healthcare professionals. The project was launched with 10 young doctors, products of this university, who are rightly called trailblazers. This occasion was graced by, among other dignitaries, old associates of this university, the likes of Professors Mazwai and Venyan, who were themselves part of the group of early trailblazers in the design and development of context-relevant curricula for the education and training of community-centered doctors and health professionals that WSU is lauded for globally. Just a few days ago, Walter Sisulu University and the Department of Science, Technology and Innovation launched the 3-day Indigenous Knowledge Systems Documentation Center Knowledge Sharing Forum in East London. In a powerful showcase of collaboration and cultural resurgence, it brings together academics, traditional leaders, researchers, and community knowledge holders to strengthen the integration of traditional knowledge with modern research and policy. About 2 years ago, our collective chest as a nation heaved with pride when one of our own, a product of this university, stood tall on a global stage to call for justice and speak in defense of the right to life for all. Millions across the world sat glued to their televisions, YouTube and so on, to watch Advocate Ngogai Tobi in the company of internationally renowned legal luminaries make a case in the International Court of Justice for the court to curb the slaughter of the Palestine innocent people by the Israel Defense Force and the leadership of the Israel state. Locally, we are also treated to the ubiquitous brilliance of Advocate Ngogai Tobi as he appears in many courts, presents talks and lectures locally and internationally, and pens as well as publishes thought-provoking treatises on topical subjects such as the land question. This institution has also gifted the nation with a number of other legal luminaries, including the currently serving Chief Justice Maya, as well as Justice Madlanga. They come from this university. We also have outstanding citizens who have made their mark in other fields, too numerous to mention here. This is an institution that also groomed me and gave me wings and the confidence to hold my head high in many professional postings I've held. I mention these few examples not only to assure students that they made the right choice in coming to Walter Sisulu University, but also to challenge us to uphold the institution's legacy, as well as double our efforts to ensure that we stay at the cutting edge of relevant innovation, scholarly excellence, and service to society. And so, what can the future of Walter Sisulu University look like? Since assuming office as Vice Chancellor and Principal on 1st January 2026, even as I have worked closely with colleagues on preparations for the university's opening and other related responsibilities, I have also prioritized engagements with various conversant stakeholders to listen carefully to where we are as a university, how we are perceived, as well as what is expected of us by both our internal community as well as external stakeholders. The following are perhaps worth mentioning from these engagements. The first one is consolidation and continuity. The message is that there are a number of things Walter Sisulu University is doing well in fulfilling the three-pillared standard mission for all universities: teaching and learning, research and innovation, as well as community engagement and service to society. What we do well should and will be strengthened to continue. A case in point is maintaining and extending our position, renown and impact in medicine and the health sciences. This expansion represents one of the signature priorities I aim to enhance for Walter Sisulu University. Related to this, the note on the excellence, we have registered in the field of jurisprudence, governance, and leadership. The second point is strategic relevance and intertwined futures. In our interactions with stakeholders, we are reminded that our relevance, utility, and success are deeply connected to the fortunes or otherwise of government, industry, traditional leadership and institutions, communities, professional bodies, alumni, and other partners, both locally and internationally. We are reminded of important relationships that matter and the work we need to do to build and sustain these relationships. Some of the messages we get are also exhortations for us to pay attention to issues we may currently not be addressing, including opportunities missed, as well as needs underserved. I want to mention two for now. Firstly, the role of Walter Sisulu University in agriculture and food systems. It baffles my mind and the minds of many why we may be a province and nation confronted with a scarcity for food, but have this university's voice and presence in the agriculture and food system so muted. It puzzles many why a university such as ours, with a spatially distributed presence we have across the province, cannot be at the center of the research and knowledge production. Sorry. I promise this is water. I want to continue and say it puzzles me why a university, and it also puzzles many, why a university such as ours, with the spatially distributed presence we have across the province, cannot be at the center of the research and knowledge production, as well as education and training endeavors necessary to turn around the fortunes of our rural communities and their contribution to the agricultural economy of this province and nation. So this is a challenge we must resolve creatively, systemically, and with visible impact down the line. It is an area where the university, working with selected partners in academia, in government and industry, can not only build an academic and research niche over time, but can also model practical impacts across the agricultural and food value chain. The second one is Walter Sisulu University and the industrial ecology of towns and local economies. A refrain we have been hearing and agree with is that Walter Sisulu University cannot thrive as an oasis of success located in dysfunctional and stagnant towns and local areas. We will therefore be engaging further with partners in government at all levels, industry, traditional leaders, and local communities to co-craft schemes that can see us all rise together. During my tenure as Vice Chancellor of this university, I aim to champion and lend our shoulder to the wheel to among others, driving and supporting collaborative designs, plans, and the implementation of the university town model for Walter Sisulu University. The foregoing examples and others not mentioned today also speak to a number of other desirable outcomes we would like to see from our collaboration with various stakeholders. These would include enriched quality experience for our students, research opportunities for staff, associates, and students, enhanced graduate employability and entrepreneurship, as well as sustainability of our university into the long term. A fortuitous circumstance in our favor here is that I'm joining the university at a point where the university strategy is due for review and consolidation over the next 5 years. And so, It is an opportune moment to integrate the ideas and advices we are getting towards a refocused and future-resilient strategy. As we embark on this path of consolidation, expanded vistas and growth for the university, I call on all our key constituencies, organized labor, students and the Student Representative Council, Senate, the Institutional Forum, Convocation, and Council, to work together in the best interest of Walter Sisulu University. Divergent viewpoints and disagreements are an inevitable facet of life, and we will, on occasion, have cause to differ and disagree. But we should also stay mindful of and committed to the cause at the center of our collective enterprise. Against this awareness, therefore, disagreements must be addressed civilly through established protocols and with maturity and respect. My door will always remain open for constructive engagement. As I draw to a close, I encourage both staff and students to expand their horizons. Academics and support staff alike must upgrade their qualifications, pursue training opportunities, and commit to personal and professional growth. A learning institution must be populated by lifelong learners. As we begin the 2026 academic year, let us remember that we will win as an institution only when we work together and support one another. Let us focus on the task at hand. Let us honor our responsibility to each other. Let us live our values daily. Let us build a Walter Sisulu University into the institution our founders envisioned and our society deserves. In conclusion, I wish all staff and students a successful, productive, and fulfilling academic year. May this be a year of academic excellence, meaningful collaboration, personal growth, and institutional progress. Together, we will succeed. I thank you.
A bigger round of applause for our Vice Chancellor. And thank you for honoring her by standing up. We are moving, you may take your seats, please. We are moving towards the end. We've got one more item on our program for this day, and that will be the vote of thanks, which will be delivered by the Executive Dean of the Faculty of Economic and Financial Sciences, Prof. Manoj Panika. If I can request you to come to the stage, to the podium.
Program Director, Ms. Yonela Tukwayo, the Vice Chancellor and Principal, Dr. T. Ngwebi, the Deputy Vice Chancellors joining us online from our sister campuses, members of the Executive Management, Deans and Directors, academic, professional, and support staff from all campuses, the Institutional Forum, labor unions, student leadership, and all students of WSU, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. What a privilege it is to stand before you this morning to deliver the vote of thanks at this defining moment in our institutional calendar. The academic opening and Vice Chancellor's address for 2026. On behalf of the entire Walter Sisulu University community, I wish to express our deepest gratitude to our Vice Chancellor and Principal, Dr. T. Ngwebi, for an address that was not only thoughtful and strategic, but genuinely inspiring. I thought you were going to clap. Thank you. You have done more than formally open the academic year. You have reminded us why we are here. You have reaffirmed our calling as an impactful, technology-infused African university that responds with agility and compassion to the needs of our society and that equips our students not merely for employment, but for leadership in an ever-changing world. Your words have given us both direction and courage. They have reminded us that our work, whether in the lecture hall, in the laboratory, the boardroom, or the student residence, is part of a much larger story, the story of transformation, of Ubuntu, of building futures rooted in integrity, excellence, and respect. Colleagues, it's not like the other speech. You don't wait for the end of the speech. You clap whenever there is a pause. Thank you. I would like to extend a warm note of appreciation to our Deputy Vice-Chancellors who joined us online from our Buffalo City, Butterworth, and Komani campuses. Your message of welcome to the university communities you represented today speak to the university that binds us as one institution across geography, and they remind us that the strength of Walter Sisulu University lies in our collective purpose and shared vision. May I also take this opportunity to thank Ms. Yonela Tukwayo, our program director, for steering today's proceedings with such poise and professionalism. Your hands in shaping this event has not gone unnoticed. Similarly, we are grateful to the registrar, Dr. Earl Ntonsima, for setting the tone with a welcome that was both gracious and purposeful. I also would thank Prof. P. Mpiti for introducing the VC and sharing her biography with us. And a special thanks goes to the choir who elevated the mood in this hall to the next level with their beautiful performance. Behind every successful event are the invisible hands that ensure all runs smoothly. To the marketing and communication division and the many colleagues who work tirelessly behind the scenes, your dedication does not go unrecognized. Thank you. To WSU community and all our guests, your presence here today is more than ceremonial. It is a statement that we believe in this institution, in one another, and in the power of higher education to change lives and communities. As we step into 2026, let us do so with a renewed conviction. Let us carry forward the vision articulated today and translate it into purposeful action in every classroom, every research project, every student encounter, and every decision we made. Let us lead with Ubuntu. Let us strive for excellence. And let us never forget that we are shaping not just graduates, but the architects of tomorrow's South Africa. Thank you all. And may this be a year of growth, innovation, and impact. Engosi Kakulu. Thank you.
And we want to thank Prof. Manoj for thanking us. A round of applause for him. I just have two announcements before the choir sings the national anthem. The first one is that the Senior Leadership Committee, the Senate members, the SRC labor leaders, all those that have received green tags, including Prof. Kangete, who's just crossed over, you are welcome to join the Vice Chancellor for a cup of tea in the Executive Dining Hall. The VC, after this, the singing of the national anthem, will lead the stage party. She will stop at the different stalls along the wall at the back, and I will ask that you remain seated during that part. The DJ will play some nice music. Perhaps maybe one or two of you will take the stage and dance for us. We don't know, we will see. And then I will indicate that you are able to leave the hall as soon as the stage party and our staff members seated in front have left this great hall. May I all request you to stand for the singing of the national anthem. Sound. You may all take your seats whilst the stage party is led by the Vice Chancellor and the Registrar. Mr. Mzendana will lead you to the stalls for you to just greet, and then we will exit. We can get some music, DJ. Thank you, thank you. Thank you. DJ, you can give us some dance music.
So, diksalele ngo, kungabanjani ke? Kungabanjani? Kungabanjani ke? Ay, kungabanjani?
Namuthi namunye kodwa ngifuna eduze ungambela anginankinga nawe namuthi namunye kodwa
Galilena yona kunindlela yokuphila sithemba kometa oh nangiswa somondiya ingane zama-brows on fleek zoyifika zoyishiya la Sindwalu kuthanda study mengithanda nami awuphile nami Sindwalu kuthanda study mengithanda nami uphile nami
To the students that are here,
Kuthanda study
we are missing 3 iPads where people have been signing registers. If you can just lift it in the air and we will come and collect it. If you've got one of the university tablets, if you can stand up, in fact, we will see you better if you stand.
If you've got